Hey, it's Larry here, and I'm at the Super Tech University Studios, and I want to go over route marketing and relationship marketing. Two kind of go in the same, and I did this for years with our service business. Shamrock Cleaning and Restoration was a restoration business, so I visited property managers, plumbers, insurance agents, and our clients on a consistent basis, and it worked really well. And I got a clue for this system. Actually, I got taught this system by Chuck Violand. Has a system called Power Selling. And we bought that from him years ago, and I mimicked it really well. I tweaked it, what works best for me, and we developed a lot of business out of this. I had a lot of relationships that sent us a lot of business. All of our marketing, not all of it, but a lot of the marketing was based on that. And it worked really well for our business. And that's what we're going to go over. And I want to reference another guy, Jim Bardwell. Jim Bardwell is a guy that we met with Howard Partridge's group, and he was great at relationship marketing. He gave me so many great ideas. He was like my hero in the relationship marketing world. So I want to reference Jim as well. So I have a handout. I'm going to go through the whole thing with you. We'll spend about an hour. It's pretty basic. I might jump around because there's a lot of parts, but it'll all come together at the end. And if you have questions, you can email me, larry@supertechu.com, or give me a call, 909-767-1468, and I'll put all that below, and I'll answer any questions that you have. So it's a really cool system. You have to commit to it, and you have to be consistent. So those are the biggest things. If you're not going to commit to doing this consistently over months and months and months to see the results, you might as well not start it. But if you do want to commit to a couple hours a day, you can even do it full time. You can even do it an hour a day or an hour a week. Whatever you do, you have to be consistent if you want to commit to it. I mean, if it's full time, you're going to see, 10 a day times 550, over 200 sites a month. But if you're going to, you maybe see 10 a month, then you're going to put a lot less time to it. But you have to commit to being consistent. And let's get started here real quick. So the whole idea is to have a plan of how you're going to do this, or what you want. What's your goal? And of course, that's how everything starts out. What's your goal? Do you want to create referral sources? Are you promoting an event? Do you want to create this as a system to find new people to work for you? Because you can use this in many different ways. If you just want to make some friends in the industry, go to a chamber meeting or go to an event for your industry. You can use this system by getting to know people better. And you can use this system to get new team members on top of your team. It works really well. So you figure out what your plan is. And then you come up with verticals. A buddy of mine, Brandon Donatelli, uses the word vertical all the time. I think it's great. So a vertical is, you have a vertical of property managers. You have a vertical of plumbers, a vertical of insurance agents, a vertical of associations that you want to visit, a vertical of clients that you're going to go visit. And clients is the most important one. The clients that you have now, you have to market to them to keep them and grow them because you're in there already. So clients is a vertical, and then you figure out the other things you want. If you want to focus on colleges or universities, hotels, civic groups, go to your city offices of every city, chamber offices, B&I functions, supply houses. Supply houses worked great for us. And then the other thing is soccer fields. You want to create route marketing during soccer season. One of the plumbers down the street that we knew, he would go every Saturday and just market to all the soccer moms, and that works really well. And a buddy of mine told me, because he sold him all of the shirts and stuff that we got from him, all the tchotchkes, this guy went out and he gave stuff to soccer moms like crazy. All right, anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. So you figure out the verticals you want to focus on, and then you figure out how you're going to keep track of all of this. Your CRM, customer management system. Do you use Service Titan, Salesforce, House Call Pro, Jobber, Service Monster, or you can use Infusionsoft or MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. You have to keep track of it. Or if you're going to use this, in the beginning, I wrote down everywhere I went, and it was functional because I didn't go a lot of places, and I figured out exactly how to do it. But I have another system here that's from Chuck's from Power Selling. It's in the handout. It's on the last page. You list where you're going to go and the months that when you go. And then you have another sheet on the back of it where you put the business card and details about it. So you could have a physical binder, which I had, with where I was going every month. Here it says, if you take a look at it, it says May, June, July, August, September. You write down the date that you went. So for example, in Claremont and Upland, I had this organized by geography, which I'll go over in just a minute. In Claremont, I would go to these properties and I put the date of the month. The idea is to go to them the next month on the same date. If you're going to go to monthly, and this is another part of the planning. If you're going to see them monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or every 2 weeks. If somebody gives you a lot of business, why not stop in every 2 weeks and give them something? This helps you stay organized as well, just like a CRM would. And you just figure out how you want to do it, how you want to keep it organized, and you plan it out beforehand. It works really well. I use a spreadsheet in Excel mostly with these sheets, and it went really well. So you plan your route, like for example, the sheet we were just looking at here, by category or geography. So I knew many people that did this. Eric liked doing it by category. So we go to all the plumbers one day or 1 week, and then he'd go to all the insurance agents another day, another week, and he'd organize like that. I like organizing by geography. And you can put all these addresses that you're going to inside a map program online, and it will plot them out. And you can just go, and that works really well as well. So you kind of figure out what works best. And then you keep track of it. And then the next month, you figure out what works better. You got to constantly reflect, just like everything in business, if it's working or if it's not. And then a lot of, Eric would call sometimes and set up appointments. I would just pop in, but he would set appointments and people would be expecting him. He was more comfortable with that. That takes a lot of pre-work in the morning and the day before. I chose not to do that. I enjoyed popping in. So you decided what you want to do. And then you have your food to give away. What are you going to give away? I was known for pineapples. Right this moment, I don't have a pineapple. I should have a pineapple. So I was a pineapple man. You can give away pineapples, chocolates, cookies, candies, wine. You know, that always works. And then check it out. One of our best clients loved avocados. So when I stopped to see him, what do you think I brought him every month? So that's part of the deal. When you go visit these places, you find out what they like. And I'll get to that in just a second. So also promo items. You should have a promo item with you. We would have a trifold. It would say our business name on it. And you want to leave something with them. You want to give them a gift. And you want to leave something with them. Now this is the thing with the gift, the pineapple, the cookies, or anything else. You have your gift, say it's your wine. And you have a little trifold right on the back of it. And you have your business card. That's the protection. This gift is the protection going into a place. Nobody's going to tell you, either if you're cold calling or you know them or not, and you're going to see them, people are busy during the day. But if you're giving them something, they're going to give you a couple more seconds, maybe even a minute, that they wouldn't necessarily give you that time, because they're going to reciprocate. You're giving them something. So you have to decide what you want to give. And you got to get all that organized, either the night before or that morning. Because if you're going to go visit, I don't know, 5 spots, say 10 spots, I would go get 10 pineapples from Target in the morning, or Sprouts, a supermarket. I get them all there. I have my box of trifolds, I have my business cards, my tax. Every once in a while I didn't have tax, I had to go buy tax. Got to prep all this together. So in the morning, you're ready to go and see where to go. Say you're going to 3 spots. Let's make it easy, because I say 10 and people get intimidated. It's the same exact thing. Set your time up properly. So you get I'll use pineapples as an example because that's what's my specialty. I have 3 pineapples, box of tacks, trifolds, a list of where I'm going to go. Okay, say you're going to go to Claremont. I plan it out. I'm ready to go in the morning. Okay, everybody says, well, what do I do? Well, and I'll get into that in 1 second. One other thing I missed, you plan it in the morning or the afternoon, or if it's a weekend, like I was saying, the soccer fields, or if it's in the evening. Whenever those people are going to be in that office, you want to go. So you find out when they're going to be there. And you got to get all your supplies prepped beforehand. Then you can decide if you're walking or driving. Odds are you'll probably be driving. But if you're going to a downtown area where you know 6 or 7 of them are right on top of each other, get a backpack. Walk it. People are like, what do you got a backpack on for? You tell them your story. Oh, I got gifts. I'm going to go see this person, this person, this person. And then you say who you're going to see. I'm like, oh, you know a lot of people. That's really cool. I know a guy at a chamber, he had a big thing on his back and he gave out ice cream because it kept things cool. And I was like, good idea. Very perishable. I don't know if I want to do that. I want pineapples. Eric wanted non-perishables. He got cookies. So decide what you want to do and decide when you're going to do it. Okay? You got to decide what you're going to wear. This is what I always wore. Collar shirt, hat, keep the sun off top of my head, add a little bit of style, clean shaven, non-wrinkly shirt. I don't think it's wrinkly. Tidy hair, tidy as it's going to get. Comb everything. Comfortable shoes. Are you going to wear a suit? Women have other things they got to figure out. How they're going to wear their hair, if they're going to wear heels. You got to figure these things out because if you're going to do a lot of walking, you kind of need comfortable shoes. And if you're going to certain places, you need to be dressed. I go to plumber shops or HVAC shops, I didn't want to wear a suit. But maybe when I went to the property manager shops, I would dress a little bit better. Property manager offices, I would dress better because you want to connect with the people that you're going to see. That's the other thing. I do by geography, I wear the same thing, but maybe you want to plan your insurance agents or your property managers and dress up a little bit. And then if you're going to go see blue-collar businesses, you maybe not have to. So you just have to decide. And then what are you going to carry? I always had my planner. I'm a Franklin planner every day. Anything they said, I wrote it down as if it was like gospel coming out of their mouth whenever I visit, and I'll get to that. So you're going to carry a tablet, or you're going to have your phone, because there's going to be communication. You don't want to forget any of this stuff. And that's really important. Okay, check it out. What to say. So you walk up to a building, you drive up, you walk up to a building, you get your protection, okay? You get your trifold, and you got your business card, okay? You walk in. People used to ask me this all the time, what do you say? I say, hello. And people get stuck because you get scared. And you got to practice this in your head if you're nervous. There's no reason to be scared because people on the other side are going to be happy to see you. You know why? Because you're bringing them something. You're bringing them cookies or wine or pineapples or fudge or whatever. A buddy of ours used to bring salmon, smoked salmon. He thought that worked great. Derek Priest, very entertaining. Derek and Darren. So anyway, you go and you say hello. And that's where it starts. You have to have the confidence to go in there and say hello. Okay, right here. Say hello. Actually, I skipped 2 steps. What's the goal of stopping in? Which you went over earlier. What's the goal? Probably to create business, create a relationship. So you're in there to meet somebody, okay? What do you want to find out? You want to find out a contact that you're going to meet that's going to give you business. And I'm talking about the first visit. This isn't the second or third or fourth or fifth. First visit. This is where everybody gets anxious. First visit. Say, hey, I want to meet somebody that's going to get a connection. So the first thing you do is you say, hello. There it is. Just say hello. Introduce yourself. Hello, my name's Larry from Shamrock. How are you today? Put the gift on the table. Usually it's just a woman at the desk or a guy, somebody. They're the gatekeeper, okay? Put it on the desk. See, how are you? How is your day? Says it right here, okay? Listen to the answer. I'm having a great day. Wonderful, because that's usually what you get. Wonderful. So you create a little connection. If that's all you get, I'm doing great. Okay, that's good to hear. And it immediately, there's not going to be a lot of conversation, which is a little bit more challenging. Say, who is the person that I can talk to, that I can say, who's the person I want to talk to I can help with water damage, that I can help with plumbing? Who's the person I can talk to that we can help with your HVAC services? Who's the person I can talk to that is in charge of a problem with your electricity? Who's the person that has to deal with if there's a fire on one of your properties? Who's the person I need to talk to fill in the blank? And practice this. I'm just throwing it off the top of my head. I've been doing it for so long. You just ask. And they say, and I have it listed. Here's the person, plumbing, repairs, carpet cleaning, etc. And they tell you. If you can remember. If you can't, bust out your planner. Get your pen out. Start writing it down. Or your tablet. Or your phone makes it look like you're checking a text. That's just me. But you write it down on something, because then they're like, oh, they're really paying attention to what I'm saying. And you say, oh, cool. Okay, thank you. Do you have so-and-so's business card? May I get their card written right there? And if they don't, say, no, I don't have their card. Generally, they give you the card. If they don't have the card, say, can I get Joe's last name and his email address? Because I want to follow up with him. They generally don't want you barging down somebody's door the first time you walk in there. It's not generally going to work. If somebody's standing there and they engage in a conversation, that's always awesome. It doesn't always happen though. But if it does, boom, oh, you're the guy that's in charge? Oh, cool. Well, my name's Larry. I'm from Shamrock. I can help you with some water damage. My name's Joe from Joe's HVAC. What do you guys do when you have problems with your HVAC systems? What do you do when your air conditioning goes out? What do you do? And you look at them and you talk to them. That's where you have to be comfortable and confident going into these places. But it's a practice. So you just engage just with the gatekeeper. That's usually what happens. Can I get the card? And then you can say, what's the best time to reach them? If you're going to call them. If you just get the card with the email, I'll email them. No problem. You can even say, do they prefer email, text, or me stopping in? Or should I mail them something? What would you like? And it's just little interaction, okay? And then you say, thank you. Again, my name is Larry. What is your name? If they didn't say. If they say, thank you, Judy, for being so kind and giving me the card. My name's Larry again. Have a great day. And that's how you end it off. And then you get your name and you remember the conversation, okay? And this is the most crucial thing of it all. When you walk out, you write it down, okay? This other sheet that I have here on the back have a business card and notes. So you walk out immediately, put the business card down here, you can staple it or whatever, put the notes. Met Judy at the front. She didn't talk very much, but she gave me Joe's number and his card. I'm going to follow up with an email. Boom. It's there. Okay? So let me start from the beginning again because I ramble on and I don't need to make anybody nervous. This is generally the visit. You want to say, you got your protection, right? You say, hello, my name's Larry. I'm from Shamrock. And here's a bottle of wine. Oh, so nice to see you. Thank you very much. See, listen, when you guys run into water damage, who do you call? Not who do you can't ask them who they call. When you guys run into water damage, what do you do? Well, we have somebody that's in charge of that. Okay, do you have their name or their card? That'd be great. So, or, practice this. Hello, my name's Larry. I'm from Shamrock. We help people with water damage. Not so hard. Oh, that's good. Who is in charge here of dealing with those type of situations? Hello, I'm Larry. I'm here from Joe's HVAC. Oh, nice to meet you. Who usually deals with HVAC problems if something happens? Plumbing problems, electrical problems. They say the name. Okay, cool. Can I get the business card? That'd be great. We give you the business card. What is your name? My name's Janet. Hi, Janet. My name's Larry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm going to follow up with Joe. Is there any particular time that's the best time to follow up? Oh, just email. Okay, cool. Janet, you're the best. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, you leave because you're all like wound up because sometimes it's tough. You write it down immediately because on the next visit, hey Janet, how are you? And you got another gift. They remember my name. Hey, how has Joe been? I sent him an email. I didn't hear back from him, but I'd really like to connect on your second visit. It's more to it. I'm just talking about the first visit. That's why you get the name, so when you go back, it makes it that much easier. Okay? You practice this. Role playing goes a long way. So like I said, back here, on top of the third page, what was the business? Who was the contact? Who's the gatekeeper? What did you talk about? What did you leave? Did they like it? Did they like the pineapple? Did they like the wine? Did they like the avocados, the cookies? And you write it down. And that is it. It's pretty basic. You go back, you mark down the day you went on your paperwork. You go to the next one. You go through your 3 stops like I was talking about. You do the same thing in 3 stops. If it's a client, it's so much easier. Hey, how's it going? Give them your pineapple, cookies, whatever. How was that job? Did everything work out okay? Great. No problem. Cool. It's so nice to see you. Enjoy the cookies. If you need anything, please reach out. There you go. Bada bing. If you're going to a chamber office, you tailor your message when you go in there. Hey, how's it going? I missed you at the last meeting, but let me connect. You know anybody? Who would I talk to that's going to help me in my business? And then they tell you, and it goes really well. So if it's not your first time there, second, third, fourth, fifth visit, okay? You're generally going to get business by the second or third or fourth visit. And that's generally what we found. If you go 6 or 7 times, depends who you talk to, you just take them off the list. It's no big deal. But on your second or your third visit, you reference the gatekeeper's name, and it's all written right here. When you go and say, hello, Janet, how are you today? How is Joe? I sent him an email. Either you got in touch with him or you didn't. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's great. But listen, let me leave this with him so that he thinks of me whenever you need some help with HVAC, your plumbing, your electricity, whatever you're marketing. And then if you haven't connected him, say, I sent him an email. I'm looking forward to hearing back from him. Let him know I stopped by. It's nothing confrontational. You're being calm and cool and kind, okay? Just want to say hello, just like it says here, just want to say hello and keep us in mind, Shamrock in mind, whatever your company's called. And that's the second and third and fourth visit. Or if you say, thank you, we got a job, that was so cool. Want to, say thank you with this bottle of wine, this pineapple. You don't have to go overboard on what you're bringing if they give you a job. You just have to be consistent with what you're doing. I keep bringing up the consistent thing because that's what you have to stay on top of. Okay, check it out. This is an important part as well. The follow-up. Send an email. Usually it's using a CRM to send it, or if you're sending it with a regular email account or Gmail account or whatever, it's nice to have a template. Hey, so-and-so, it was so nice to, I stopped in, I saw Angie. I always leave the name of the gatekeeper. She was so nice. I left you a pineapple cookies. I hope you enjoyed them. Please let me know when I may be of service. You just put it in the email. And if you have a template, you can just change a couple names. It goes quick. If you're looking for an appointment, say, listen, I'd love to stop by this day. Can we sit down and talk? Because if it's a property management company, your goal is to get an appointment so you can work all the properties. I guess all of them, the goal is to get an appointment because you want to talk to whoever the decision maker is. You want to get to the decision maker. Try and get an appointment with them. If they just send you a job, which happens sometimes as well, you want to thank them for the job. Just tailor your email to what's going on. And then you reference what happened in your notes. If they say you were on vacation, say, I stopped by and I dropped this. I hope you're having a great vacation. And if they told you where, in Aruba or whatever it is, reference stuff that will connect with them. That helps out as well. And this is a cool idea. put an emoji of whatever you bring in the subject line. I used to put an emoji of a pineapple, and I would get emails back where I never got them back before. If you bring cookies or wine or avocados, put the little emoji in the subject line, and you get that much more attention. Okay, so these are the little things that work. And or send them a card. Say thanks on the side. If they sent you a job like the next day, thanks very much for the job, or give them a call, or send them a card, email, send them something to acknowledge that you appreciate it. And then if you become really good at it, you can know their kids' birthdays. Howard Parcher's wife was so good at this. She knew all the kids' birthdays of the people that she visited. She knew their birthdays. She would come in with gifts for the kids, for the families, for the gatekeepers' kids. She'd bring gifts for them. So she'd take the gifts home, and it was great. And she was so good at this. And she sold radio station business. And that was something I modeled myself off of also. So I want to reference Howard Parcher's wife was killer. So it's the relationship with the people. You have to acknowledge what's going on in the emails and the calls and stay on top of it. And that's what this, like I was saying earlier, this back sheet is good for. So say you leave, right? And you find out it's somebody's birthday the next week. You put it down here. You find out somebody's dog died, you put it down here and you send them a card. I don't know how much attention I got from sending condolences cards from pets dying. You just do, and they appreciate it. I got a bunch of great reviews from that too. And it's sincere. Who wants to lose a pet? And you find an opportunity to connect and be sincere, it goes a long way. These are all the follow-up things, and this is a huge section. Okay? You also have to do some research. The next thing, connect with them on Facebook, connect with them on LinkedIn, Instagram, Google, whatever that app was for a while. And you find out what they like. So you're really trying to get into this property management company, right? You find out the guy's name. You're trying to get to him for like 2 or 3 months. Look him on Instagram. Where does he like to go to dinner? What does his family do? What's going on there? How can you connect? This guy goes to Steak and Ale for dinner all the time. Go get a gift certificate, Steak and Ale, drop it off for him. Nothing big, $20, something like that. Drop it off. Have a great time with your family. Odds are that guy's going to send you a job, a thank you. You're going to get that much far into it. But if they don't, you can't take all this personally, okay? This was something I get into. If you're not getting anywhere, don't take it personally. Just keep moving on. If they say, you know what? You don't need to be coming back here, which I used to get all the time. I was like, oh, cool. I did 200 stops every month. I cross them right off. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. And you don't take your cookies back. You leave them there because they still might call you someday. Who knows? But you leave them there and then you go. Because I don't know about you, but with property managers, and I'm using them as an example because most of us in the service companies will want to cater to them. Or if it's an insurance company that's going to call you, somebody that's going to call you. Your company might make a mistake and you lose them. But the same thing happens to the company that they're using right now makes a mistake. You're in the door. Boom. Knock the door down, break it down, don't make a mistake. Stay in there as much as you can because there's always somebody coming in behind you, bringing them something else. You got to stay on top of it. But you have to be consistent so that if it doesn't have a 3rd or 4th month, and then you can, there's probing questions you can ask. I really wanted to do, and that's a whole nother lesson. I really would like to do business with you. What's holding us back? What's holding you back by not calling me? Those are other questions that I'm not going to get into now, but this route marketing goes further and further beyond this video. But connect with them on social media, do research on what they like, and you can use that to get in the door with them. Okay? And then you plan your next visit on your notes. When you want to go. Is it in 1 month? Is it in one every quarter? Is it in 2 weeks? And then you can even ask them, Joe, when is Joe in the office? Because I'm having a hard time catching up with him. Friday afternoon. Write it down. Friday afternoon, you're going to be going. Even if you're not going to go there, you were just there You want to meet the guys immediately. If he's in Friday afternoon, and Friday afternoons, by the way, work great because Friday everybody's chill, they're calm, they're kicking back, they're more apt to talk. Mondays are tough because everybody's wound. They got a million things to do. Oh, I can't do this. I have too much to do, and I can't talk to you, and you're not going to get any attention. Generally, okay? So the next thing on the list, the appointment. You want to be on time. You might want to dress a little bit better, okay? You bring whatever you're bringing. So say you're going to just bring donuts and coffee. That's easy. Say you're going to do pancakes and syrup and fruit like Jim Bardwell used to do to the interior designers that he went to go see. Whatever you're going to do, you get there on time, you get organized. If you're like Denise Partridge, you're going to be bringing gifts. Get them there early. Whatever you're going to do goes a long way as long as you're on time. And get there early. They don't usually want you there early, but if you're just setting stuff up, letting them continue with their work, it works really well. And you could even tell them, say, listen, I'm going to get there early 10 minutes before because I want to set things up. If you're doing entertaining at the same time. If not, just make sure in time, make sure you have a little folder for everybody with information about your company. I don't have any in front of me. Maybe your trifold, maybe your insurance documentation, whatever contracts you need signed, work authorizations, and systems, testimonials, put it all in a nice little folder and present it. And that goes a long way. You give one to everybody, and then you have a little outline of what you're going to talk about. Goes a long way too. And then you give it to everybody, hand it out, maybe a couple pens, whatever you have. Your tchotchkes, your promo items. Give everybody something. Hopefully you're going to have a room full of people and you bring 20 or 25 of them. That'd be great. We usually have 3 or 4 people at a table that you're going to be talking to. And this is the big thing. You're creating a connection, not a sale. So first of all, take the pressure off your back that you have to sell to everybody. You're getting to know these people. They don't know you yet. So you kind of want to get to know them. You don't want to sell them. You want to listen. One mouth, 2 ears. Use your 2 ears, talk less and listen. And they're all probing questions. I love that word, probing questions, because you want to find out certain things. You're not telling, you're asking questions and listening. And you got to practice this. Write down your questions. Okay, you might even want to put the questions on a sheet that you're going to go over with them initially. Or you have them on your pad. Because while you're in the presentation, you want paper to be writing stuff down. You're asking questions, you're writing down the answers. Even if you have nothing to write down, write something down so that they think that what they're saying is important enough for you to put down. And then you can reference whatever you write down afterwards, because you're probably going to have to follow up with some things. The proper questions. What worked with the last guy you were here? We had water damage business. So what was wrong with the water damage business you were working with? Or the water damage business that you are working at? What's working? What isn't working? Okay, cool. Okay, what do you like and what you don't? That'll probably come out when you ask those questions. But you can ask, okay, what is it that you like about working with this company? What can we do better? What don't you want to happen? You're catering to them. It's all about them. That's what you're asking, because you are there to serve them. If you catch yourself talking about yourself, don't do that so much. Granted, they want to know you, but they don't want to know tons about you. They want to know what you're going to do for them, and that's it. And then you just shut your mouth. I've been with different colleagues in a meeting, and I'm kicking them under the table. Shut up. Let them talk, because that's what you're there for, okay? And that's what I put on this sheet. And I keep referencing this. I'm going off of it because I want to make sure I get to everything. Present what you do and how you'll be helpful to them. Listen and create a relationship. Take note of whoever's there, because you're going to send a business card afterwards saying, hey, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet everybody. A card goes to everybody, or to the whole office, however you want to do it. You always have to send a thank you card. Thank you cards. So the thank you cards are super duper important. It's just another way to connect. And you want to write down everything you wrote about so you can reference something in the card so you can create a connection. An email thank you as well. And that's what the appointment goes by. And there's going to be more advanced connection courses, selling, etc., that you can do. But pretty much that appointment is all about connecting with them. Okay, so I went through this whole thing relatively quicker than I thought it was. But reference the back page. You can use this really well. If you have questions, let me know as well. Where you're going and how you're going to do it. And consistency. That's what this sheet's going to tell you, how to be consistent. And this notes page with the business card that you staple on the corner, it's on the back side as well. Notes, who you're seeing, who you're talking to. You're getting to know people. Route marketing, relationship marketing. This isn't sales marketing, sales anything. Relationship marketing. Once you create those relationships, know, like, and trust you. They're going to call you. Okay? Prep your day with what you're going to wear. Prep your day with what you're going to bring. Prep your day with what you're going to say by having it all written down. Every time I'd get to the site, I'd pull up about my binder, go to the day. I'd see I'm going to property management office, who I'm going to see, who I want to talk to, and I go over my head what I'm going to say. I'm all prepped going in there. Grab my wine, my whatever I'm going to have, and I go in. This is my protection, my barrier, my shield, however you want to phrase it. And there you go. And you just connect with people. If you go to 3 a month, make sure you go to those 3 the next month. Similar day of the month. If you go to 200 a month, which I used to do, make sure you know what you're doing at every site. You prep your morning. You get up early and email everybody the next day. There's a whole system to it. You make that system, you make a good amount of money. We made a lot of money off of this over the years, and so can you. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me. My email address and my phone number are below. And this is fun. I had a good time with it. Hopefully you do too. We'll see you.